After security issues forced Media Molecule to take down the servers for LittleBigPlanet 3 earlier in January, it appears the end has arrived for millions of user-generated levels. The official Twitter account for the game posted an update last week, where they said that due to these issues they decided to keep the servers for the game offline indefinitely. All online services including access to other players' creations for LittleBigPlanet 3 are no longer available, and user-generated content stored locally can be played but not shared. Offline content like the campaign is unaffected. LittleBigPlanet 3 launched for PS3 and PS4 in 2014, gathering over 10 million levels, and it was the only one where user-generated content could be played after Sony shut down the servers for all LittleBigPlanet games on PS3 and PS Vita in 2021, following similar concerns. Media Molecule has also been on shaky ground at Sony after suffering a round of layoffs in October last year, and was heavily rumored to be in danger as part of Sony's most recent round of layoffs that ended up with the closure of London studio. We are in a world where user-generated content games such as Minecraft and Roblox drive an insane amount of players, and it feels Sony didn't do enough with the LittleBigPlanet franchise, even if the full series gathered over 20 million units sold. What do you think of LittleBigPlanet servers being taken offline? Do you think Sony will give the franchise another try? Voice your thoughts in the comments. Welcome to Hyper4Games, here's more gaming news that you need to know. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, sharing it with a friend and subscribing for more, as it helps the channel a ton. Microsoft games are becoming bestsellers on PS5, and next week we get a new one with Sea of Thieves, which has joined other Xbox games in running better on Sony's console, such as Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment and Ghostwire Tokyo. Digital Foundry's latest analysis for the PS5 beta shows the game is identical to the Xbox Series X version, both appearing at 4K 2160p, but on PS5 shadows have a sharper outline more similar to the PC version at max settings, and there's a better draw distance for foliage elements. Both PS5 and Xbox Series consoles run mostly at 60 FPS, but they have a frame blip every now and then, which is more frequent on Xbox Series X than on PS5 and Xbox Series S, and could be related to network play. In the end, Rare has to deal with 2 SKUs on Xbox, while PS5 has only one spec, which could explain the differences. Still, it is great work from the team to bring their first game ever on PlayStation. Digital Foundry previously covered how other Xbox games also run better on PS5, with Hi-Fi Rush having better shadows as well. Pentiment got a 120Hz mode on PS5 before Xbox, and Ghostwire Tokyo 120Hz mode works better on PS5. What do you think about Microsoft games being better on PlayStation? Sound off in the comments. Now let's go with a round of quick-fire gaming news. Helldivers 2 players are having a lot of fun as they have slaughtered 2 billion terminids in just hours as per the latest mayor order. Now new rumors indicate they may get some backup, with Sony having early talks with Microsoft to bring the game to Xbox. The source of the rumor is Nick Baker in the latest episode of the Xbox Era podcast, and he also said the talks are so early they could fall apart as well. Take this news with a ton of salt, as Nick Baker has gotten some things right in the past, but some wrong as well. While Microsoft is expanding its reach to other consoles, Sony has only done that to PC outside of Destiny 2, which was already on Xbox when they acquired Bungie, and MLB The Show under pressure by the MLB. Maybe Helldivers 2 won't be on Xbox anytime soon, but friends on the Microsoft platform may be getting a great adventure game in the form of Kena Bridge of Spirits. The Ember Lab title came out for PC and as a console exclusive for PS5 back in September 2021, and that exclusivity is about to be over with the game getting an ESRB rating for Xbox Series. Kena Bridge of Spirits was very well received with an 81 on Metacritic and OpenCritic, plus it won Best Independent and Best Debut in the Game at the Game Awards that year. Sony and Microsoft relationship could even extend to other forms of entertainment, like Sony possibly being the new distributor of the Halo TV series. According to the New York Times, Sony and investment firm Apollo Global Management are in talks to make a joint bid for Paramount Pictures, which would give Sony a broader set of transmedia IPs like Halo, Sonic, Transformers, Mission Impossible, and more. It could also bolster Sony's low-key efforts for streaming content, with Paramount Plus possibly joining current platforms like Sony Pictures Core and Crunchyroll. Sony is also collaborating with CBS Studios and Comedy Central to make an animated series based on Sega's classic Golden Axe. The animated series will consist of 10 episodes starring Matthew Rhys, Danny Pudi, Lisa Gilroy, Liam McIntyre and Carl Tart, but there's no official release window yet. Sega's last entry in the franchise was for PS3 and Xbox 360 with Golden Axe Beast Rider back in 2008, which was not well received, and they are now aiming to revive it alongside other classics such as Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi. Moving on, it appears Ubisoft could be close to announcing a new Far Cry game according to leaker Jonathan on Twitter, who posted an image of actor Cillian Murphy. That led many outlets to think the actor would be the next big bad for the upcoming Far Cry game, but Jonathan replied to that by saying he never implied something like that, so take all these rumors with a grain of salt. Insider Gaming indicated last year that a new Far Cry has been in development titled Project Blackbird, and a multiplayer game under the codename Project Maverick. The story for the single-player game is set to take you on a mission to rescue your family from the conspiracy group Sons of Truth in 72 hours, which is 24 hours in real time. Sticking with Ubisoft, nothing has been heard from the Red Storm studio about the upcoming The Division free-to-play game, The Division Heartland. While there have been some rumors of the game being cancelled, Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson has reported that is not the case, and the game has gone through significant changes since the last time they talked about it. We are more than likely to hear about one or both, the new Far Cry and The Division Heartland at the upcoming Ubisoft Forward event set for June 10. Another game that is still in the works despite not hearing anything from it in a while is Telltale Games' The Wolf Among Us 2, but the studio has given fans something to look at while waiting. In a new post, the studio said they are currently focused on the promise of the game, and while there's not a big update yet, they shared 4 screenshots from the current build. The Wolf Among Us 2 was announced back at the Game Awards 2019, shortly after the studio's revival. It was set to release in 2023, but the studio announced its delay in March 2023 after switching from Unreal Engine 4 to 5. Next, Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes comes out this week, and the game opened with good reviews on both OpenCritic and Metacritic with a 77 and 78. The future of the franchise after the sad passing of creator Yoshitaka Murayama last February was addressed by some developers from the Rabbit and Bear Studios team in a Reddit AMA. They said they are moving forward with a sequel in which they discuss many things with Murayama, and hope they will be able to carry on with his legacy while also treasuring his last work and hoping for people to support the game. Now let's talk about Capcom and Dragon's Dogma 2, as the publisher has announced a new update planned for next month, addressing some of the game's issues. Among them, they will be reducing the infection frequency of Dragonsplague, and adjusting the signs of pawns infected with the disease to be more noticeable. Other changes include fixes for the minimap, adjustments to pawns' behavior and dialogue, correcting instances of players getting jailed after fighting monsters in town, quests marked as failed when accessing character edits, and a lot more bug squashing. In more Capcom news, Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes plus Resident Evil 7 could be set to receive physical copies on PS5, as per leaked images on a Romanian retailer's website spotted by Twitter user Rhino the Bouncer. All 3 games came out in June 2022, and Capcom said back then they had no plans for current-gen physical versions of these games. The listings have since been removed, so it could be the case that Capcom has changed its mind about a physical release and the store listed them too early, or just a simple mistake. Let's move to another horror game with the Silent Hill 2 remake, which Konami is still silent about its release date, and fans over at the game subreddit are very happy about a possible change of look for protagonist James Sunderland. The latest update on Steam TV shows a new icon for the game, with James looking a lot more closer to the classic look and less realistic. Developer Bluebird Team has previously expressed frustration about Konami showing an older build, which gathered negative fan feedback when it appeared in the latest State of Play. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up or down to let me know your feedback, check out more content you may like as well, such as Microsoft having many bestsellers on the PlayStation Store, and subscribe for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and I'll see you on the next one.